are you ready to question reality itself? Because today's deep dive is, well, it's pretty mind-bending.
Yeah, it really is. We are unpacking some source material today that asks a genuinely wild question, which is, what if our entire universe is just a simulation?
Right, like, are we literally living in a computer? And I know that sounds like pure sci-fi, just a movie plot, but the sources we are looking at today treat this as a serious intersection of, well, science and philosophy.
Exactly. We aren't just talking about movies here. This modern theory actually stems from a philosopher, Mick Bostrom. He proposed this thing called the simulation argument.
The simulation argument. Okay, so how does that actually work?
Well, the logic is actually pretty straightforward. Basically, if any civilization gets technologically advanced enough, they're inevitably going to simulate their own past.
Like running a really complex historical computer model.
Right. And if they do that, because computing power grows so exponentially, they wouldn't just run one single simulation of their ancestors.
Yeah, they'd run a ton of them.
Exactly. They could run billions of them simultaneously on a single device,
Yeah.
like the size of a planet.
Yeah.
So mathematically, simulated realities would vastly outnumber the one base reality.
Oh, I get it. It's like a cosmic lottery. I mean, if there is only one winning ticket for the quote-unquote real universe, but there are like millions of simulated universe tickets in the bucket, the odds that you are holding the base reality ticket are incredibly low.
Yeah, basically zero. Statistically speaking, you are almost certainly in a simulation.
Okay, so that is the philosophical side. But our sources actually transition into physics, right? Like, why do actual scientists take this seriously?
That is the craziest part of the text. Scientists take it seriously because the universe operates on these strict mathematical rules, and everything feels computable.
Computable like code.
Exactly like code. And if you zoom in close enough, down to the quantum level, things get really weird.
Mm.
Particles don't actually have a definite state or location until they are actively observed.
Wait, really? They just, what, don't exist until you look at them?
Well, they exist as a cloud of probabilities. But the specific physical state only locks in when a conscious observer or a measuring device forces them to pick a spot.
That sounds exactly like a video game engine.
It really does, yeah.
I mean, think about it. To save processing power, a game engine only renders the environment, like the trees or mountains, when the player's camera actually turns to look at it. It leaves everything else unrendered.
Right, the rendering engine.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
is reality only forming when we look at it? Is the universe basically just trying to save computational bandwidth?
That is the exact parallel a lot of physicists draw in these sources. The whole digital universe theory suggests that physics is essentially just code, and energy is data.
So it's all digital.
Yeah, and there's even this idea that space itself has a minimum indivisible unit. Like, you literally cannot get any smaller than this specific measurement.
Oh, like digital pixels. Our universe has a screen resolution.
Essentially, yes. It's called the Planck length. Space itself might just be on a digital grid.
Yeah.
But before we get totally carried away, the sources do pivot to a pretty major scientific counterargument.
Right, the scientific skepticism, because this isn't exactly proven fact.
Exactly. Most scientists maintain that despite all these massive oddities, the theory is completely untestable. We are trapped inside the system.
So we can't step outside to check the source code.
Right, or look at the supercomputer running it.
Mhm.
Because it is unprovable, it remains firmly in the realm of philosophy, not hard science.
But that begs the question for you listening right now. If a theory can literally never be proven, does it even matter for your daily life?
Mhm.
I mean, if the morning coffee you are drinking is just simulated code, it's still waking you up, right?
Well, sure, your brain is just interpreting electrical signals, doing the exact same thing a VR headset does, just with biological wiring.
Mhm.
But the sources point out that it matters because of the profound implications for our existence.
Yeah, it completely shifts the big questions.
It really does.
Yeah.
It is no longer just, why are we here, but rather, who programmed us and for what purpose? It actually mirrors ancient mystical beliefs that the material world is an illusion.
So we just swapped out ancient mysticism for computer code.
Exactly, just updated it with silicon and software. But the text highlights some genuinely disturbing personal implications if this is actually true.
Oh, for sure, because if you are in a simulation, your real body isn't sitting where you think it is. Your consciousness is somewhere else entirely.
Yet your whole life might just be a bizarre experiment.
Run by some alien teenager in a higher dimension.
That is the unsettling part. But the ultimate takeaway from the sources isn't actually about whether we are in a simulation, since it's possible but unprovable. The real question is, if we were, could we ever truly realize it?
Which brings up one final provocative thought for you to ponder today. Let's say that empty space in your room really is just a high-definition hologram. If our universe actually is a program running on a higher dimensional hard drive, what happens if we definitively figure it out? Would the creators just reboot the system and wipe our memories? Or worse, would they just unplug the machine entirely? Think about that next time you look closely at a digital photo.